Hey, was that repetitive enough for you? Welcome to my world! What's up, guys? Haster Thorn here, and welcome to the last, for the foreseeable future, episode of Dark Souls Remastered Blind. I'm cutting this LP off here for a variety of reasons. One is that this game sucks. I do not like this game at all. I'll discuss that reason in depth before getting to the next reason. Anyway, I'm on post-commentary right now. As you can see, I'm trying a new path that I saw online to get that hollow. Because going on the left side wasn't working for me, so I went on the right side and I was able to get it. And here you can see I'm hesitating. I'm not actually hesitating. My controller is actually, my gamepad is actually getting faulty here. It's spontaneously deciding to not work anymore. That's basically the reason I didn't actually go in for the attack when I had the chance. Anyway, this game is just infuriating to me. And this is not just because the episode, not just because my character, not just because my gamepad is broken, either. I mean, I decided this was going to be the last episode before this episode began. And so the broken controller was just the cherry on the headache sundae. First of all, this game is just so repetitive. Like, there is no reason for me to... I just keep fighting the same enemies over and over and over again. Just repeatedly. If I even so much as head to the bonfire, not even if I die, even if I just rest there for a little bit, all the enemies respawn. I should not be fighting the exact same enemies over and over. Okay, I will concede that there was a little bit of... I did a lot of off-screen grinding where I got like 100,000 souls and spent them on a buttload of level-ups and a buttload of supplies, like a buttload of firebombs and stuff. And here is my gamepad actually malfunctioning again. Anyway, that might have contributed to the sense of grind, but I had already picked up on the repetitiveness of this game before I decided to do that. And then there's these animals here, the rats. These should just only be nuisance enemies, but they are the most ridiculous enemies in the game. They are the most frustrating enemies in the game because of this feature right here, the poison feature. Now, right here, I'm actually gonna try my best to just wait the poison out, see if I can withstand the poison and continue onward without having to return to the bonfire, because I don't want to have to go back to the bonfire if I can help it. And of course, the wall keeps me from being able to get a clean hit on that third rat. But I want you to pay attention to just how many Estus flasks I drink up to keep myself alive. I want you to see how many Estus flasks I have left when I actually do this, when the poison actually expires. I understand this is supposed to be a difficult game, but this is ridiculous. The poison should only be for like 30 seconds or whatever. Especially this early in the game, when I haven't even when I basically just only defeated 2 bosses up to this point. Ugh. In any event, I'm actually going to head over to the Undead Parish. In between episodes, I discovered where the Undead Parish bonfire was, so I'm going to show you where that is by the end of the episode. I'll at least get that far. The problem here, I mean, my poison effect still has not fully expired. This is ridiculous. Those rats should not be so annoying. If they just get 2 hits on you, you basically have to return to the bonfire. Look at this. I'm halfway through my Estus flasks, and the poison effect is still going on. Like, this is ridiculous. So, that is basically the first... in addition to the repetition of this game, there's also no story. Now, I actually checked it out, and here you can see I'm just swinging my axe in frustration. Because that's basically how I feel when I recorded this. I'm on post-commentary in case you didn't catch that in the beginning of this episode. Ugh. And finally, my poison is about to wear off. And the repetition is one thing. Look at this. I only have 4 Estus flasks remaining. Rats should not deal that much damage. Should not deal 6 Estus flasks worth of damage. In any event, the other really big problem that I have with this game is that there is no story. Now, I looked up in between episodes. Yes, there is supposed to be some kind of a story, but the webpage that I read, and this is a direct quote here, the game does everything in its power to hide the story from you. Okay, in that case, there is no story. Why? If they don't want me to see the story, if they don't want me to know the story, then there is no story. Okay? One of the biggest reasons why RPGs is one of my top 3 favorite genres is because of the incredible stories that the RPG genre can tell. Okay, so when Dark Souls just doesn't have... when Dark Souls is just fight after fight after fight, enemies, just an endless swarm of enemies, the same enemies, for that matter, with no story element to keep me engaged, no story element to get me invested. There's no reason for me to continue. It's just fight after fight after fight, over and over again, with no context. There's no stakes to these fights. They offer no closure because they always respawn. You just keep killing the same enemies over and over again. And again, my gamepad, my effing gamepad is breaking down in this section here. In a minute, I'm just going to use my keyboard. Yeah, here I am using my keyboard to get away from this guy long enough that I can actually reset the gamepad, unplug it, and plug it back in, basically. So, that's basically the first reason why I'm cutting this LP off after 13 episodes. The second reason is because nobody's watching this series. Yeah, I actually checked my analytics for this series. For basically every episode past the first one, my average view duration for this Let's Play was literally less than a minute long. And here's my gamepad breaking down again. So, and this is the most infuriating for me because, frankly, I thought that people were going to watch this series. If you go back and watch the first episode, you can't see this older video yet anymore because I took it down. But basically, I held a poll to let people vote on what my next Let's Play would be. And Dark Souls Remastered won out. I held that poll because I was hoping that people would actually watch this series. I need watch time in order to grow my channel, so if I'm not getting watch time, my channel is just going to be in stasis. So, and I held that poll in the hopes that this would actually cause people, because I thought that people would actually watch this Let's Play. I guess I was fucking wrong, wasn't I? Huh? Wasn't I? This is honestly... I held this Let's Play because... Oh my god. Okay. I'm honestly disappointed in you guys. I asked you guys to vote for a series that you'd like to see, and of course I'm dead. Basically, over to the right of where I just died, that's basically the Undead Parish bonfire. Now I'm gonna have to go and do all that over again. I don't know if I'm not gonna just start a new Let's Play immediately in order to fill this time slot. Honestly, I just don't care any. I mean, maybe I could just keep on looking up guides online, but then on this game, but then it wouldn't even really be blind, would it? That's kind of the whole point of a blind run, is figuring out what to do on your own, seeing the content for the first time. Then again, I enjoy seeing stories blind. So, if I were to look up a guide online, it wouldn't exactly be any spoilers. So, honestly, I basically hit all the points that I wanted to hit. As far as my commentary for this last episode. If you were listening, like with headphones on or whatever, you probably heard the, and of course I'm poisoned again. And as I demonstrated the last time I got poisoned, simply waiting the poison out is not an option. So now I'm going right back to returning to the bonfire, because honestly, it's just too much. It just does too much health damage for me to just wait it out. Maybe there was supposed to be some sort of item that can cure poison, but I honestly don't care anymore. I just had it up to here with this game. Basically, this video is 27 minutes long because that's how long it takes me to get to the Undead Parish bonfire. I might take this game up again if enough of you people want it. But I mean, you'd have to show me how you would actually watch the series if I brought it back. Cause that's the biggest concern. That was the final nail in the coffin for me. I was not having fun with this game. But then I was willing to keep going just because it's what the audience, I thought, wanted. Then I checked the analytics. Turns out the audience doesn't care. I did this LP for you. I did this LP because it was the most voted for. Not because I was excited to actually give it a try. I mean, this is supposed to be one of the best-selling... This is supposed to be one of the greatest RPG series of the decade. And of course I'm poisoned again. So, I return back to the bonfire because, of course I will. Yes, this game is supposed to be difficult. But this is just overkill. This poison effect is just overkill. In any event. God, I'm trying to think of something to say to fill the time. I still got 12 more minutes to go. I guess I could just repeat the same stuff that I've said in my commentary already, considering that that's basically the theme of this Let's Play, is repetition. Repetition, repetition. So, yeah. Again, now I'm having... that was probably a lot easier to hear, me having to unplug and replug the gamepad, because it was honestly this failing gamepad. This did not contribute to my decision to not have and this guy, I should have been able to hit both of these guys in one hit. Like my double swing should have been able to take care of those guys. You've seen me do it. Well, no, actually you haven't, because nobody watches this series. I'm disappointed in you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You guys voted for this series. So I was hoping to get some watch time out of this. And instead I got nada. I mean, seriously, what the hell? Less than a minute of what? Of average view duration for each episode past the asylum. I mean, for a game that was literally voted on, that I started because of popular demand, that is pathetic. And honestly, I'm disappointed just as much in you, guys, as I am in this game. You guys haven't even seen, like, 99% of my frustrations in this game, simply because nobody's watching it. I don't know if I'm gonna hold another poll to determine my next Let's Play, because frankly, at this point, I don't know if it can be relied upon to produce watch time. That was my whole reason for holding the poll in the first place. So yeah, I'm sorry, but 9 more minutes to go. Oh god, this is taking forever. Let me think here. Yeah, gee, how many times have we seen me do this before? Climb up the ladder, go up these stairs. If I beat these enemies, they should stay dead. How is this increasing the challenge? How does this make the game harder? It makes the game more tedious. It makes the game more repetitive. It makes it more frustrating. Dark Souls is supposed to be about punishing difficulty, not just boredom, not just killing the same enemies over and over again. And finally I managed to make it through these confounded rats. Finally, I was able to make it through them without getting poisoned. So now here I am, back in the Undead Parish. Of course. And of course my gamepad breaks down again. And I can't even just undo the gamepad. Okay, there it goes. But now it's working again. Oh, and of course he gets an Estus flask. Ugh, Jesus. And now I've got to wait patiently, and considering that my patience is running out right now, at this point I am at my wit's end with this game, and I've got to wait patiently for this guy to run up and attack me. This guy's, of course I have to give this guy some props. He's one of the few NPCs in this game who behaves consistently. I can figure out this guy's pattern, and he's, and I can beat him pretty consistently. So yeah, this is once again, I'm just taking out the same enemies over and over again. The toilet paper corpses is probably the only thing about this game that I actually found kind of amusing. And frankly, and that wasn't even probably the developer's intention. The developers very much intended for me to be killing the same goddamn enemies. Pardon my French, but that's just what this game has driven me to. The same enemies over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And over and over and over. And over 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 again. Hey, was that repetitive enough for you? Welcome to my world! And I'm not even gonna bother with that hollow over there. So now here I am, getting close to the end. I'm getting close to finding... I'm getting close to finally finding that Undead Parish bonfire. So now I'm gonna face this archer and hopefully try and recover my lost power. Ugh. And this guy is just annoying. Frankly, maybe it's because I'm not concentrating enough, because these guys are just getting on my last damn nerve. But there it is for you. Oh my god. And here I was, temporarily losing my way, got lost in the church. So... So you can hear somebody banging away on an anvil. That's a merchant. A blacksmith merchant. He can sell me weapons and armor. And honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to use him, because this is the last time I'm going to be playing this game. 3 minutes to go. I'm almost there, so I'm just going to be reverse hollowing. And then kindling this bonfire. Now, of course, I got to... And of course my gamepad breaks down one last time, because of course it does. Anyway, honestly, I might have been willing to put up with the frustrations of this game if people were watching it. That was the final nail in the coffin for me, is when I checked the analytics and people weren't watching it like I expected them to when I did the poll. So here I am crushing one of my humanity crystals, so now I can actually kindle. Alrighty. And at this point, I'm just, depositing a bunch of crap into my bottomless box. In any event, my next LP, I'm gonna actually start slowly phasing out my LPs until I'm only doing one LP at a time. My, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my LPs are currently Oblivion and Skyrim, and on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, it's Dragon Age Origins and this game. I'm not going to be replacing this game. I'm instead just going to be doing Dragon Age Origins on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and when I finish either Oblivion or Skyrim, whichever one comes first, then I'm just going to revert to one episode a day. Because frankly, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting tedious for me. It's getting to become a burnout for me, honestly.
Well, I'm Andre, if you're a...
So, at this point, I'm just fast-tracking through this guy's dialogue simply because I just don't give a crap anymore. It's honestly getting kind of ridiculous.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh?
Anyway, thanks for not watching. See you later.